Hello and welcome to In Simple Terms with Satish. Today I want to start with something I noticed while driving my Tesla. I was on a road trip, the battery was getting low, and I selected a supercharger in navigation. Before I reached the charger, the car showed a message like preparing or optimizing the battery for fast charging. That was the first clue. Fast charging was not starting at the plug, it was starting earlier in software. The car knew where I was going, looked at the battery state, and began preparing the pack for the charging event. Then I reached the supercharger. I plugged in and the screen showed a big charging number. For the first few minutes, it felt like electricity was rushing in. Then, as the battery moved toward 60, 70 or 80%, the number started dropping. That is the part many people notice. Why does it start fast, then slow down? The answer is that a battery is not a fuel tank. It is a chemical system with limits. In a lithium-ion battery, charging means pushing lithium ions back into storage positions inside the battery material. When the battery is low, there is more available room, the cell voltage is lower, and the pack can usually accept high current safely. That is the fast part. But as the battery fills, voltage rises. The available room gets tighter. Heat becomes more important. And if you keep forcing current too aggressively, you increase stress on the cells. So the battery management system starts reducing current. It is not wasting time, it is protecting the battery. This pattern is called a charging curve. Early in the session, the car can accept high power. Later, the system tapers the current down as voltage, temperature, and cell health limits get tighter. That is why 20 to 80% can feel quick, while 80 to 100% can feel slow. Tesla makes this visible because the screen shows the power changing. But this is not Tesla only. The same principle applies broadly to lithium-ion fast charging in EVs, and you can see a smaller version in phones, laptops, and other rechargeable devices. The exact numbers change by battery chemistry, pack design, charger, temperature, and software. The pattern is the same. The device charges fastest when the battery can safely accept high current, then slows when the limits get tighter. Now come back to the message before fast charging. Preparing for fast charge. A high power battery has a preferred temperature window. If the pack is too cold, lithium ions move more slowly through the materials. If it is too hot, adding more power can create too much heat. So when the car knows you're driving to a fast charger, it can warm or condition the battery before you arrive. This is why routing matters. The route tells the car a charging event is coming. The car can use the drive time to move the battery closer to the right temperature instead of waiting until you plug in. At the charger, another control loop starts. The charger and vehicle communicate. The station can offer power, but the car decides how much the battery should accept right now. To make that decision, the car watches the battery's charge level, voltage, temperature, cooling capacity, pack limits, charger capability, and even the route context. The controller decides a safe charging current and keeps adjusting it. So what looked like one simple action, plug in and charge, is actually three engineering systems working together. Prediction before arrival, negotiation at the charger, constraint control inside the battery pack. The mental model is this. Fast charging is not filling a bucket. It is guiding ions back into a chemical structure without overheating it, overfilling it, or damaging the material. At the beginning, the battery can take more. Near the end, the system slows down because careful placement matters more than raw speed. So when your Tesla prepares before the charger, then charges fast, then slows later, that is not inconsistency. That is the technology doing exactly what it was designed to do. Get energy in quickly, but stay inside the battery's safe operating limits. If this helped you understand the topic in simple terms, follow or subscribe to In Simple Terms with Satish and share this episode with one friend who likes technology. I will see you in the next episode.